You would think that a partner is an owner. They're synonymous, right? But truly, there are two mindsets, two functions. A partner that's delivering to a client that's really engaged, absorbed into client work, delivering great high-quality work. And there's the owner, which you want them to be one and the same. The owner is the person who is going to say, what is on the horizon for the business? How can we grow this business? Where can we get more profitable growth? What are the other areas we need to get into? How can we do this better or more efficiently for the firm? We find there really are three areas you might want to look and think about how you're operating as a leadership team and how you're interacting with your partners to really reactivate that mindset of the owner and to get all the behaviors that come with it. And if you don't do that, you leave a lot of money on the table in executing the strategy. One way you do that is you get them engaged. That seems pretty obvious, but engagement means more than just saying, hey, what do you think about this from time to time when you pass by them in the hall or you end up in their office while you're traveling. It means taking them back to the beginning of where you're seeing some challenges or opportunities, hopefully, and engaging them in what they're seeing. How do you see this challenge in our market? How do you see the opportunities because of this new regulation or because we have this new capability in the firm? How can we use that? How can we apply that? And you start going back to the beginning and saying, how do you see this, and taking them along the whole journey rather than getting to the end, making a decision, and then trying to make sure it's okay with them. There's a second place where you might want to look as a senior leader to get that ownership mindset reactivated and all the behaviors that come with it, and that's getting your best partners engaged in the critical activities of the firm. Go find your 5 or 10 best partners, most strategic thinkers. Bring them in to the most detailed and conversations of how do we deal with this internal challenge, what are the next steps, what are the ideas we might pull forward. Partner compensation is a good idea. Think about that. If you have challenges in partner compensation, what are the challenges? How do we solve this? What are all the things in play? Bring those 5 or 10 partners into that conversation and have them really develop the solution with you rather than bringing them ideas that are fully or partially crafted to react to. That creates a much more practical solution and a solution that people are going to want to implement. A third piece of really getting that ownership mindset reactivated is treating them fairly, treating your partners fairly. You really have to make sure that everyone feels treated fairly with their voice, with their valuation, with the compensation and rewards that they get, so that when you ask them for their input, they're ready to give it. An example where all three of these areas might actually be in play together: partners engaged, partners involved in the critical work of the firm, and really making sure that the broad partnership feels that they're heard and treated fairly. And this is something that happens quite often when leadership's looking for feedback in a number of different areas, particularly on the traction of strategy and where it might not be going well and where it's going better, is doing a survey of the entire partnership and pulling together a number of your most trusted partners that are trusted among their peers, for really being genuine and dispassionate about all of the things they might be hearing and being firm people, and having them craft a survey and pulling together the results and the input and actually playing that back to the partners without senior leadership really crafting the messages themselves. To be sure, sharing it with senior leaders before it goes out to the partners, but really those partners, that task force, that group, is peers of all of the partners, and they're the ones that are filtering all of the input and understanding what the themes are, what are their partners saying, what are they feeling, and sharing that with their partners. That makes partners feel heard. They can directly see what they've said and how that connects to what other people feel across the firm. They get a better understanding of what's going on in the firm. You have a core group of partners that are actively involved in the most critical work of the firm, and everyone's engaged in what that message is. That is an incredibly powerful way of getting partners engaged, getting them involved in the critical work, and making sure they're heard and feel treated fairly.